Hey everyone, welcome to the Struggling Creatives Podcast. My name is Tim,
And I'm Obi.
and this is a platform or a place where it's dedicated to people who are either creating already or just starting.
Or
And
wanting to start, and
or,
they kind of need a push to.
exactly.
Yeah.
But the idea is that we are all struggling.
We are struggling.
There you go.
Nice.
We're all struggling. It's a
Yes.
piece that we carry with us wherever we go. We've done a bunch of projects individually, and this is a first communal project that we're working on.
Yes.
But we have suffered through a lot in order to to have this organized, published, created, and stuff like that. We are also partnering with different local artists, creatives. One who is behind the camera, our creative director left for the States.
Yeah, she did.
So she's going to be coming back soon. Thank you, Carly. And I hope you're watching this
Or listening.
or listening. And also an audio director, I guess, a person who's cleaning up the audio, making sure that
Yeah.
he's teaching us how to properly do all of this.
And
So
we keep getting better with that. I remember feedback from a friend.
okay.
It's like the audio is just getting better and improving. So
Oh,
that's so
sweet.
good to hear.
Oh, that's so sweet. So, yeah, thank you so much for bearing with us, trusting that we are going to get better. And most importantly, thank you for your time. This is the only commodity with that we are able to be we have to be gentle with it. And if somebody's giving you their time, it is probably the most important thing.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
all love.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So today on this podcast, we have a ledger where we write our notes, and for this one, I was struggling to figure out what can we talk about, and I actually wanted to talk about that.
Okay, let's go.
Just basically struggling.
Yes.
Different things that would either inspire us to create, things that pushed us whenever we didn't want to begin, not just this podcast, but just in general, and also just I don't know, just different things that motivate us to start whenever we are feeling like there's a drought, there's no material to do, I don't feel like doing it. Ugh.
I mean, it took us a while to come up with topics to right to speak about,
Yeah.
but I mean that's something that everybody goes through, thinking of what material do you want to put out today,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so interesting because for like different social media platforms, people tell you that you need to put out something new every day or something new every week.
It's not
You
true.
have to exactly, but they tell you if you want to get more engagement and more views, you have to be consistent. And while that's good, you can also be consistent with like resting and
Yeah.
putting new ideas down and thinking of how to create it, not just putting it out. It also depends like are you a quantity over quality person? You know,
That's good.
all of that, trust me, is a struggle. And then there are people who like they're so anxious to
Yeah.
put something out there and they don't take time out to review it. It's a whole lot. Like I feel like struggling is something we could never run out of doing.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, what do you like doing these days? Like if you are on a speed date and the lady's like, what are your hobbies? What are you gonna say?
Wow. Wow, that is a
Yeah.
great segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always weird for me to answer because my hobbies become my work. I
Mhm.
had a conversation with this individual about we were setting up a Christmas tree.
Mhm.
Somebody told me they were listening to our podcast, and they're like, Tim, there's no way you have so many this many friends that are so diverse. There's
Yeah.
no way you're making them up. But I swear, his name is Garrett. Garrett is a total sweetheart. We actually wore the exact same outfit: gray pants, dark navy blue sweater, and the same glasses.
Very interesting.
So I know it was very magical. So anyway, he's like, we became friends during that time. But he
Okay.
asked me, "Hey, so what are your hobbies?" And I was at the loss of words.
Where to start from
Yeah,
and how to explain that you're making money out of your hobbies now.
exactly. Any hobby that I had, I always found a way how I can make money out of it. So if I
Yeah.
was studying, I made money by writing papers, researching papers, writing sources for people. Whenever I started getting a hobby of how to film and take pictures. And then somebody's like, hey, I like what you're doing. I want to pay you for that.
Mm.
I'm like, I was 14, 15 years old.
An entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurship right here. But
Yeah.
it was strange in the beginning, but then you get paid to do what you love, which is crazy. Not you don't love it all the time because there are
Yeah.
moments where you're struggling, there's fear, there's doubt.
But as long as you're getting that check,
As long as you're getting that dough.
you're good. You're good. Yeah.
But no, I would say that I would say my hobby would be I don't know, that's the thing.
I think creating in general is just your hobby.
Maybe that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, because you're not going to say cooking and you're not going to say drawing.
I don't think
So
so.
it's like filmmaking, taking photos, traveling as a hobby, mountain climbing maybe.
Mountain climbing.
I mean, working out too is a hobby.
Yeah,
You haven't made money off of that, have you?
I have not made money off of working out. No,
Not yet.
not yet,
Not
maybe.
yet.
I'm training for a triathlon right now. I want to
Yes.
do one in 2022. So
Okay, that's
Yeah.
like 30 days away. No, like 20 few
What?
days away, like next year,
Oh.
2022.
sorry. So in triathlon, they have seasons, which have
Mhm.
like season would be like spring and then fall.
Yeah, so
Oh.
when are you doing yours?
In May.
Okay.
In May.
So
So I
that's a
have like
couple
5
of
months.
months,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Not 30 days. You scared me for a second.
A
But
couple of months away.
yeah.
All right, you got this.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you go on a date, I'm sorry, when you go on a date
Yes,
and
well,
this
if-
boy is
wow.
like, man, she's cute, and she's all that,
All that.
and
What are my hobbies?
he's like, what is she interested in? What are her hobbies?
I usually tell people sleep. I
What?
Yeah, I just like to sleep. I'm just joking.
Hold on,
Well,
hold
let's
on,
see.
girl.
Um,
You're on a date. Hold on, we cannot move on. I have to understand this. You're telling me you go on a date and the guy's like, so what are your hobbies? And you're like, catching some Z's.
yeah, insomnia kicks my ass, so when I get to sleep, that's beauty, right? Anyway, my hobbies, I would say taking photos of
Okay.
random things actually, and watching series.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many things I do. Like you already know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Videos, baking, creating stuff for Instagram. I actually like writing. Like that's a new hobby. So
Okay.
I used to write in high school, and then I kind of just stopped, and I started again, and it's been really interesting. And so, for me though, my hobbies are not things I make money off, and I tell people not
Jealous.
to be pressured. Like if you want to make money off your hobbies, go for it.
Yeah.
But I always tell people at least find one thing that you're not making money, so that when it gets too much, you could just still fall back in it.
Gotcha.
I remember talking to a friend last week, and he was like, "What do you like doing?" And I said, "Baking." He was like, "But you run a baking business. That's not a hobby."
Oh, okay, okay.
Right?
See. No, that's exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same thing that you're
Yeah.
going through as well. But I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, it's a business, but I actually still do enjoy baking.
Mm.
Like, it's very relaxing for
Okay.
me, and that's why I do it. But yeah, for now, I'll just say writing, watching series, and what was the first thing I said? I don't remember.
Baking, watching series, and sleeping.
Oh yeah, okay, we're just gonna
How can you
sleep then.
forget sleeping?
No, there was something I said after that, but I don't remember. Let's go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
We can rewind. The listeners can rewind and listen
and
back.
get a hang of it, yeah.
There you go. Okay. No, that's true. I think that I would still say that like videography and doing different projects, because even though it brought me the financial stability that I have or I had before, right now I'm not doing that so much, but it came like media or videography came back to me as a hobby now. So I don't get paid as much right now for it, but I still enjoy doing that. So if somebody says, "Hey, I need help with a video or a project or an idea," I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I like to edit photos.
Okay.
Like take the photos and edit them. But sometimes I take pictures and I just leave them there. I don't do anything to them. But I like to edit. Like
Obi.
I love Lightroom so
Okay.
much, and so I just really like exploring all the features that they have. So yeah, that's a hobby.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I think every now and then I would send you a picture
Yeah.
and I would ask you, listen, I've spent a day trying to edit this picture. Can you help me out? And
Yeah.
you send it back to me in like 2 minutes, and it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yes. The magic.
The magic.
The magic.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. So we have some questions.
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead?
I'll ask. So, what we want to do with this part is have a segment where we would break up information and just have something that we don't really think about, even though
Yeah.
that's exactly what I do. I
Yeah.
overthink this.
Okay.
So, I have would you rather for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go.
I would ask you a question and you would have to answer it.
Okay.
All right. So, would you rather live in a tree house or on a boat?
On a boat.
Dang, same. All right. Would you rather go to Mars or the moon?
To the moon.
Really?
No, I'd actually live on Mars.
Mars. Okay.
Mars, yeah.
Would you rather be rich but never travel or poor but be in new country every month? Yo, tell me. Rapid questions, rapid.
Rich.
Rich but never travel?
Rich.
Yo, didn't we just had a podcast that's
Rich.
dedicated to traveling?
Rich, period.
Rich but never go anywhere.
Rich. We're not thinking about this, right? We're just
Okay.
answering, so
Whatever. Okay.
rich,
Anyway.
period.
But if you are traveling, you would always be poor because you spend money. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm not making this easy.
Mm-mm.
Would you rather have a really good iPhone or the latest iPhone or a really good camera set?
A really good camera set.
Really?
Yeah.
So like quality over comfortability?
Over portability.
Portability, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that. Would you rather look pretty and smell bad or smell pretty but look like a garbage truck?
I am not answering that.
What if
Would you rather look pretty and smell bad, Tim,
Yeah.
or smell good and look like a garbage truck? I'm throwing the question back at you.
Listen, looks change.
No.
No, I already look like a garbage truck. So
No.
I'd rather
I hear that you're hot on the streets.
hot in the streets. Can
Yeah.
I tell you a story?
Uh-huh.
So I got this rapid test that I needed to do to make sure I don't got no Rona.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at 7:20 in the morning, which means my brain does not really think about anything but work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walk in and they started asking like questions to make it funny because it's 7:20 in the morning and they haven't gone to bed. Like they worked all through the night.
Okay.
So because it's 24/7 clinic.
Okay.
So I walk in and I ask her, I need to get a rapid test. Can I do it here? She said, sure. Give me your passport. Apparently, my Ukrainian is very weird where they think I'm an international or a foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my piece of paper and I give my passport that says citizen of Ukraine. And
Yeah.
she still asks me if I'm Ukrainian, if I'm international. I'm like, what? Okay, anyway. So she's like, okay, come to this office, take off your mask. So I took off my mask. And then for some reason, only when I took off my mask, she's like, she did this. You smell nice.
Oh.
She sniffed. I don't want to say she sniffed me, but she's like, you smell nice.
Interesting.
Listen, don't talk about my smell at 7:20 in the morning where
I feel like smelling nice is top comment.
You think so?
I think it's good comment.
She said that before she violated my nostrils with a Q-tip.
But yeah, if someone tells you you look good versus you smell nice, I
Yeah.
think smell nice is
Okay.
number one.
See, that's what I'm saying. So smelling nice
I'm
is
not
much.
gonna answer that. The
Okay.
way you put it, I'm not answering that.
I answered
but
for you.
smell nice.
Okay.
Great. So back to the topic of today.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about struggling, are there things that you would encourage people starting out or people who gave up and want to come back to
Yeah.
creating stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for all of a sudden, it's a serious tone.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for
That's a good
asking me.
question.
So, if I would, let's say, tell myself
Yeah.
when I was 15 years old, a person who started just filmmaking, working on writing a script, as well as figuring out how the camera works,
Mm-hmm.
I would say to start small. Because every time there's a great idea that you think, oh, nobody has thought about it, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
first one, I have to create it and post it. Sometimes it can feel like it's the truth, but other times you have to do is to start small. Let's say if you are a one-man operation,
Mm-hmm.
which this is the third podcast that I started.
Yeah.
And so this is, it took me a while to figure out how to be on camera.
Yeah.
Second of all, I was trying to figure out how to use microphones and cameras all at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
editing, syncing. So it was very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And I told myself, you know what? I will record a podcast and record a video once every 3 days. Yeah, I would
Mm-hmm.
post, 2 days or 3 days. I'll post 3 videos a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, no, 3 videos is too much. I'll
Mm-hmm.
post 2 videos a week. Then I realized the more I started doing it, the more I realized how much work goes into it.
Yeah.
And it would have been so much easier if I have given myself permission to fail enough
Mm-hmm.
so that I could create just one, learn from it, and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
That's why I think that it's so much easier for this podcast to exist, is because I'm not doing everything by myself, even though
Yeah.
I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
We have a camera person, we have an audio person, we have a
Yeah.
person who's able to organize these events,
Yeah.
right?
And I kind of just show up. Like, that's one thing I love. I just have to appear.
That's
But go
true.
ahead, yeah.
Yeah, but we write each other and we talk on a weekly basis, on a
Yeah.
daily basis. We talk about different things that we want to write about, we want to share. But we always start small. Like, we start with an idea. What do we want to accomplish by it?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there we go into writing notes. From notes we want to tell the whole team of what's happening,
Yeah.
and then we are able to have a final product that is semi decent,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Okay, so start small, take it easy, learn from your mistakes.
Don't be afraid to make
Don't
mistakes.
be afraid to
Yeah,
make
because you
mistakes.
can only learn from your mistakes.
Mm.
The success is like, oh my goodness, I'm amazing. Everybody loves me. I'm
Yeah.
good. But yeah, learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail, because you will fail eventually, if you're good or bad.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay,
What
I'll
about
tell
you?
people
What about you? What about you? What about you?
Right, okay.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell people to keep on learning. Like, there's nobody who knows everything. Even the person you get inspired by is probably still like paying for a course or learning how to do
That's good.
something. Because there's always
Yeah.
something new coming out. I mean, the way that people used to take pictures or edit videos like 30 years ago is different from how it was
That is so
last year
true.
and now.
Yeah.
And so people keep evolving and things keep evolving, and the quality of cameras is just insane. Like, every phone is struggling to have the best pixel, I don't know,
Yeah.
set or something. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
always
True,
going
true,
to be
true.
different. So keep on learning. Don't feel like you know everything. Seek out people that you're inspired by. See what it is that they're doing that makes people like follow them, and try to learn from that too as well. So yeah, just keep on learning.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, that's actually really true.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I was starting out, the first thing that I wanted to do is figure out what kind of camera is good to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to watch like 20, 30
Oh,
videos
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Then what kind of microphone should I get? Another 20, 30 videos.
I have like over 700 watch later on YouTube
Oh my
because
gosh.
I want to learn one topic and I find like 30 videos on that
Yeah.
one topic, and I save all of them and I probably just watch 5,
Yeah.
and then the rest are just there.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I get you.
Yeah. I started listening to more triathlon podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is not really creating per se, but this is developing the habit of learning how to help yourself in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did the same thing. I'm like, oh, I cannot listen to this right now. Let me hit save so I can listen it to
Yeah.
later. And then one day you can be in a car, you're sitting in traffic, and you go through all of those podcasts and stuff like that. Super easy, super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like you said, you'll learn.
Yeah.
So you're not stagnated in one place.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's it.
That's
So
crazy.
let's see. What other tip can we give people to overcome things that they're struggling with. What else can we say? What's something that you started doing recently that's
Yeah.
helped you?
Um, it's I can bring an example of what I've noticed.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah,
Can
go
I?
ahead.
Okay. So I don't know if you've ever heard of this creator. I don't know if he's very popular. His name is Mr. Beast.
Mm-hmm. We
Yeah.
spoke about him like I think 2 episodes ago.
We mix up what we talked about in actual episodes versus the ones that we keep it in draft.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, well, if we did talk about him, it's okay.
Okay.
But here's the thing with Mr. Beast, he's been on the platform for about, sheesh, maybe like 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He only became very popular in the last 2-3 years. Too popular where he's got more than 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's able to create, collaborate. Now he's a person that started off being very shy on camera. He didn't know how to properly use the camera in front of him. He would usually film somebody of what they're doing. He would be behind the camera as showing as a first person view.
Okay.
But now he's a person that recreated Squid Game on YouTube, and then it got, I think it has, as of the time of recording, maybe 150 million views.
Dang.
Now
I watched it, but I don't know how many views it has now. But I watched it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They vary about. Did you hear about the conversation from him being a nice guy versus him reenacting the whole purpose of the Squid Game?
No.
Because the purpose of the Squid Game is to show how one rich person wants to see like people kill each other and how much they're willing to sacrifice for a bunch of money. He basically recreated that. He's so rich that he's able to recreate the whole idea of that. So it was kind of funny. But the point is, what I'm trying to make is that he was a person who wanted to create videos. He loved the analytics. He loved videos, creating different video ideas and stuff like that. And it took him fail and trial and fail and trial and fail and trial so that he could be able to share all of this experience. And he was not afraid to do it with somebody. So if you fail 100 times, you've learned 100 from 100 mistakes.
Yeah.
But if I make 100 mistakes and you make 100 mistakes, that's 200 mistakes. So you learn from 200 and I learned from 200, even though we made 100 each.
Quick maths.
There you go, quick math. Math, baby. So that's something that I've noticed from him specifically, is that he's not afraid to fail, and he gave himself some time to figure it out and work with other people. So, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, that's a good way to end this episode.
I think it is.
There's so many gems, and I'll tell people to come back and listen to this whenever you feel discouraged.
Yeah.
Whenever we feel discouraged, we could come back and listen to this.
It happens more often than I'd like to admit.
All right, then. So thank you, everybody, for listening. We love it. We appreciate you. This is just a start for us, and really can't wait to see how far we're going to go with this. So.
That's true. Yeah, we get to hear different praises, different feedbacks, basically, of everybody listening and sharing and what they like about it, what they don't like about it. And so we are able to be true to ourselves, first and foremost, but also talk about different things that our listeners and our people who watch us on YouTube are able to benefit from.
Yeah.
So head out to YouTube channel where you can leave a comment and a like, or our Instagram page, question mark. Instagram
it's
page.
part of the struggle.
Yeah, it's one of the struggles. So Instagram page, as well as you can also comment on Spotify, or I think Google, everywhere where there are podcasts, we should be there by now. So
yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Tune in next week again for a new episode. And yeah, goodbye.
All right, bye.